I hope you're ready for this, because we are in for a heck of a battle between our back defending champion Blue Scuti and former 3-time champion Pixelandy. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Toast, go ahead, count them down for game number 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Let's go, and let's go ahead and introduce these players as well. On the left, roller out of the United States. He's got a PB of 18,203,000 and is your defending champion. Welcome in, Blue Scuti. And on the right, roller out of the US for the PB of 11,966,000. Former champion Pixelandy. It's been a while since I've commentated a game with 2 players with an 8-digit PB.
Shoot, I'm lucky if I get 1 player with an 8-digit PB.
That's a beauty of CTL, though. It happens. It happens a lot.
Yeah, nope. This is actually my first time commentating a Pixelandy match. I believe I've done my fair share of Blue Scuti matches. I've commentated him in CTL. I've commentated him in DAS League. I commentated his live qualifier at Kansas City this past week. So I've got enough Scuti experience.
There you go. And I believe Andy has 40 points of pushdown experience this game. My eyes are not. Nope, it's a tie game, so there must be a calibration issue, which I will look into.
It could very well be, but as we learned at the KC Regional in the DAS semifinals, pushdown points can be very crucial to victory.
Indeed. And there's been a lot of places that have learned that one way or another, for sure.
Yeah. Now, normally this is about where I'd say this is our this is our transition pace checkpoint, but we're on level 19 start, so my math is completely useless here. The transition happens at 140 lines, so I have to recalibrate internally, and we'll adjust that if they get there, but only separated by about 400 points until that Tetris by Scuti, so neck and neck is the word for this first game. Yeah, 400 points is kind of crazy. Oh, that's why I'm thinking that the scores are jacked, is because I've got my 18 brain on still. I'm expecting singles to be 760, and they're not. They're 800. Exactly. So it's a single and a half separating the players at the halfway, what would canonically be the halfway point to a level 19 transition, but we are halfway to a level 20 transition now, so we're looking at about a 770k transition for Scuti, and about the same for Pixelandy. They're pretty much identical, give or take a line here or there. Yeah, and look at these Tetris rates. 91% for Scuti, 89% for Pixelandy on a 19 start. This is just wild. All right, and Danny trying to correct me in being the actually guy from Reddit, although I will provide a counter argument. I think back to, I forget what tournament it was in Europe that Jonas went to, and they had these folks that were probably imbibing plenty and having a great time, and all of a sudden, eventually, neck and neck just managed to turn into one word, and they were saying it every about 3.8 seconds, and it was hilarious. Yeah, so I make the argument, yeah, neck and neck could be one word. It's one word, neck and neck. Yep. We're at the 100-line turn, 522 for Scuti, 521 for Pixelandy. Oh, man. If this is the way that this set is going to go, I am here for it. All right, and hey, we got a raid. Classic Tetris is coming to join the party. I know they were airing, I believe, the CTWC Brazil event, so yes, we got some LATAM flavor coming into this championship. Yeah, and I actually saw a pretty interesting match for like 2 seconds before I had to turn off of it. Richard Wolf taking on Japorto. Ooh. A name I haven't seen in forever. I also have not seen that name in forever, so yeah, get some good stuff over there, that's for sure. Actually, I have a little bit of history with Japorto. We played on Tetris Effect Connected, and we experienced what is my longest drought ever of 71 pieces. Oh my gosh, I think my longest is 57. Oh my god. We're getting close to level 20 here. In fact, this would normally be the transition. Scuti had 691 and Andy had 654. This is something. And it's obligatory hay now on the score for Blue Scuti. But
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
for those of you not used to level 19 starts, the transition is at 140 lines. So we're going to see a level change coming up shortly, but there will be no speed change. We stay at the speed until the kill screen at level 29.
Indeed. Then after that, we'll play another 10 levels of 29 speeds, which is double this speed currently. And then we'll play double that speed. And players usually cannot play more than like a handful of lines of that.
Exactly. So yeah, line cap or double kill screen is enabled. So there is, in essence, an end to the game. In theory, until somebody figures out how to play on level 39, then all bets are off.
Tetris for Andy, but Andy did misdrop an S going into that, so Scuti could potentially. Oh, well, never mind. He just clears it away with 2 lines.
Yeah, and this game has just been so close throughout. Neither player able to get an edge on the other. We're at 837K for Scuti, 820,000 for Pixelandy. Like, I don't think we've seen more than a Tetris gap between either player.
Well, right now, 48,000 for Andy, but that's because there's 8 lines of difference between them. And yeah, we're going to see some pretty early max outs, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I wasn't on a wireless headset, I'd go try and dig up my cowbell because we are getting very close to it for Scuti and also close to it for Andy. And also, I just mentioned we haven't seen much more than a single Tetris lead. For a moment there, Scuti was up by a Tetris and a half, so some mild separation. Who knows what could happen?
Yeah, but the line difference was important, and now it's just a quarter of a Tetris. Another misdrop there, but Andy's board looks a lot better than Scuti's does right now.
It does. Scuti's had some hangs and maybe a couple of pieces that went where he didn't want them to, but I mean, this is nothing that Scuti can't get himself out of, but it's just going to allow Andy to expand on this lead as both players now have a max out, both over 1 million points on level 25 and 26.
And Andy has taken the lead, and this is a real lead at this point because he's behind in lines. So it's going to be crunch time for Scuti.
So yeah, important to note that Scuti is 5 to 10 lines in the future, and as they get to the kill screen, that line's lead is going to increase as the speed doubles. So we could see Scuti even further into the future as we get into level 29.
Indeed. Another thing we're seeing is a couple of long bar dependencies here, and Scuti's got to start cleaning this up. There's only 7 lines until level 29. He's got time.
Yeah.
He's gonna get this down.
One more. Yeah, you can get one more Tetris, even if with a couple of burns. But that's his last one, so the next line clear will send him to 29, and we'll see what his score is at that point.
Meanwhile, Andy, not gonna get the 1.2.
Oh, sad day. But Scuti Tetris is into kill screen, 1.087 million points, and Andy, he can get one more Tetris, assuming that the long bar shows up for him.
Oh, we'll misdrop right into 29 though, 1,194,000. But let's see how he handles this misdrop.
Yep, I believe it looks like he's just going to try and go for safe burns, doesn't want to take too much of a risk and get things back to safety because he knows he has a 50,000 point lead over Scuti at the moment.
And he also had a very confident 5-tap in there with the long bar. Instead of stuffing that into the double dependency, he just said, let me get that all the way over so I don't have to worry about putting anything else left. Scuti's going to hang something on the left there that is going to bring this down. Very tight lead for Andy, 21,000 points. All that separates them right now.
Yeah, and as mentioned, is definitely a true lead. And I also said that that line lead for Scuti is going to expand to about 10-15 lines, and that's pretty much what has happened. Right now, only up 8 lines, but you could see that ebb and flow back and forth as these players are throwing down Tetrises like it means nothing to them.
Yeah, I think at this point, both players have found their groove on level 29 speeds. It's 34 for Scuti. He's got 1,305,000. Andy on 33 at 1,405,000. So a pretty sizable lead for Andy, 2 Tetrises and change.
Yeah, and in a close game like this, the last thing players want to see, they don't want to see a misdrop and they don't want to see a drop. They just want to keep going for Tetrises so they can put the pressure on. But we'll see if RNG plays nice with both of them as we're heading towards level 36 and beyond.
Yep, Andy was while you were saying that sentence, Andy made a misdrop and cleaned it up, but he's got a couple more on the board now. These are a little more concerning because that's going to require a 5-tap over, and he does get it. And just like that, he's out of it. He's approaching the rollover. He's got 1,554,000. Scuti Tetris is 1,483,000.
Yeah.
Scuti only has 11 lines to go, and he's still down in the score.
Yeah, he could get 3 more Tetrises, but that's assuming maximum efficiency, which is no guarantee on 29. But Pixelandy is still
Yeah.
behind, so he
So-
can get 4 more. Yeah.
Scuti needs double kill screen play. It's the only way he can do it, and he's not going to get a piece over. So Andy's going to take game number 1.
Yep. And it is a double rollover as both players over 1.6 million, but Andy's gonna give us a little Mullen treatment here and see what he can do into double kill screen.
Absolutely. You're going to get the 1.67 to take game number 1. Yeah, double rollover to start our finals. Double kill screen, too. Both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down for game number 2.
And 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm not even sure if Elo is as one-sided as Chad is right now.
No, not in the least. That makes me want to look.
I'm 1 step ahead of you.
Well, while you're looking that up, let me talk about their match record. Currently, Pixelandy holds the edge, and it is a very small edge, 5-4 in matches and 20-19 in games. They first met. Let's see when. They first met back in. It looks like September of 2023 in CTL, where Scuti picked up the win 3-2. He would win again in Masters in December of that year, but would have his first loss in the CTL Championship in January of 2024. Would lose in Masters 2 more times before taking him out in the championship back in June of 2024, which I believe is what kicked off this reign of terror. Andy beat him in a DAS match in Stillwater and in a DAS Champions League 4-1. But since then, Scuti was able to get the best of him. Of course, the last time that they played here on CTL this season, Scuti had a 3-0 win, so that is not happening again.
No, and Tyler mentioning that he has tipped the scales of catch-up balance on the chat predictions, and that is why it is so lopsided. But Elo says Scuti has a 75% chance of winning. The most likely outcome is a 3-2 decider in favor of Scuti. So we'll see if Elo holds true on that. Now, speaking of matches, you mentioned the record in terms of Elo only. At least according to what I'm seeing, Elo only, Scuti does have the edge at 4-3. So there are obviously some friendlies in the mix too.
No. They're DAS matches.
If you're looking at at least according to what the match database says is Elo only, then Scuti has the edge. But that's up to you in terms of deciding what you like.
Indeed. Right now, Andy's got a pretty sizable lead here on 18, 234-169. Hey now.
Hey.
And yeah, I was going to say that, Tyler, anytime he steps on a scale, he tips it.
Ooh, Roncli absolutely savage today.
We love Tyler, though.
Oh, yeah. Sure we do. Like we love Fresca.
No, seriously. Tyler is my Valentine. I'm not giving that one up. That's a thing.
Yep, but yeah, we are halfway to transition. Scuti's looking at about a 460K transition. Pixelandy, on the other hand, about 600,000. So the pace currently favoring Pixelandy.
Indeed, and it's a 100,000 point lead. And we saw in a match earlier that we had big lead swings going back and forth. That was Blue Scuti and Neko that had that happen. I recall that Neko had something like a 7+ Tetris deficit, only 50 lines into the game.
Wow.
And made that up before level 24.
Oh my goodness, that is an insane comeback to be down that much.
He didn't win, but the fact that he came back from that down to make it competitive was absolutely insane. Neko is just such a good player. I'm surprised he hasn't won more stuff.
Yeah, but I suppose it's only a matter of time. It's about time we have a Russian in the higher ranks and able to win some stuff. Because I mean, it is a Russian game. Although someone I'm sure will say, well, actually, it was a Soviet game because of when it was made. But I'm not concerned about that level of detail.
Yeah, no kidding. 427 for Andy, 330 for Scuti.
Right,
Oh yes, I have earned myself a disc track from Tyler. Oh, I can't wait. That's how you know you've made it in classic Tetris, is when Tyler gives you a disc track.
Oh yeah. So now we are at over 100 lines. Scuti with the line advantage. He's up by about 7 lines right now, but it's probably hovering between 9 and 10. And Pixelandy does have the score lead, 475k to 400,000. So we're well on track to over 500,000 transitions. Pixelandy with a good run could even see a 600k transition, which is pretty solid even for these player standards.
Yep, 6 Tetrises with no burns will do it. Even 5 Tetrises will do it. So he's going to take a burn there.
Now, he's got 4 more Tetrises he can get, so he'd be on the precipice of 600k. We'll see what he's able to do here in these final 12 lines now.
Yep. Yeah, Scuti just fighting to get a 500 on the board.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that struggle, but he should be able to get it. He's got 1 more Tetris in hand before level 19, and he is now set up clean and Tetris ready for it.
You know, what's amazing to me is that these two did better on the 19 start.
Yeah, that I can't believe just how good these players are on 19. As Scuti transitions 517,000, and Pixelandy's going to transition with a wild call. Well, he doesn't transition, but he gets a wild column 8 Tetris, and he's going to burn it at 594,000.
Very close to 600k there. Almost got it too. It's going to get a Tetris there to get over, and that is a pretty big contribution there. I didn't even see who it was. Let me refresh the Matcherino and see if it comes up for me. It does. It's K9 watching Tetris, putting us at a very disturbing number with a $66.66 contribution. That puts us up to $666.66.
You might say that is a very bad omen.
That wasn't omen, though. That was K9 watching Tetris.
I know. That was your Ben Mullen dad joke of the day.
But
you know, with that donation, we are only about $28 away from the Hey Now donation goal. So you still have time to meet that.
Yep. There you go. Scuti, nice tuck there. Still trying to get this comeback going as he has.
Yeah, and he's on good pace. Yeah. If I've done my math right, he's on a 1.13 million pace, and Pixelandy is on a 1.2 million pace. So beyond max out and beyond 1.1 for both of these players.
Yeah, and Scuti's already had 2 games in this tournament today with 1.2, like mid 1.2 transitions into 29. He has been playing very well on these faster speeds.
And I mean, for these players, it's probably just ho-hum another 1.1. But for your average person, and even for me, I'm kind of used to it at this point. It's still breathtaking to see as Scuti nails the Vits and is waiting for another long bar for a Tetris.
There it is. 947. Andy at 936, back by 10 lines.
Yep. Scuti playing into the future, a little clairvoyant here, so not a true lead for Scuti, as he does have the max out. 1.01 million is the score, and he will get there with his next Tetris.
Indeed. And I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay, he is rolling.
All right, and there's another Vits, and I think did we just have another donation, or am I blind here?
You are not blind, because that was a $53.35 contribution from Sudokanard that says not just Artiaga Cup, but Artiaga Game.
There you go, and that puts us to $720 on the Matcherino. I mean, you've got time. I mean, if we go to a decider, there is plenty more time to make that final push for $1,000. As Scuti goes into kill screen, 1.198 million.
Yeah.
There
But look
is.
at this for Andy. Andy has a shot at a 1.2 transition
Yep.
and is set up.
Yeah, he does not have to burn unless the pieces don't cooperate. So we'll see if they behave.
They
and
don't cooperate.
Don't. But nope, kill screen Tetris. So he is at 1.2 million. Not a true lead for Scuti, as he is about almost 15 to 20 lines ahead. And we'll see what these players can do on the way to level 39.
And I would say that their transition scores were neck and neck, like very close to each other. Not quite 1.2s, but they got it like on the next Tetris. And here we go. Level 29 play, 1.3 for Scuti, 1.25 for Pixelandy. It's anyone's game.
It sure is, and Pixelandy just trying to burn his way down. He's got his stack ready, waiting for a long bar as Scuti throws down a Tetris. He's on level 33. Pixelandy now on level 32. I did peep the hey now Tetris rate, so add that to your counter. But these two are going at it. Oh my goodness! I sure did. Oh my goodness! What
Andy, my God, that was great. But he's falling further behind here as he is down by 137,000 points. And okay.
Yep.
Next slide, please.
Yep.
There we go. He's got the 1.4, but Scuti's got 1.55 on 36.
Yeah. So
I think Andy can chase that down.
Well, he's got under 40 lines to do so. So it'll all depend on what happens in these final lines, both for Scuti and Pixelandy. Scuti on 37, which if you know me well enough, you know the 37 and 27 colors, the absolute worst in all
terrible.
Of Tetris. Yep, boo the level 37 colors.
Oh no, Andy! Whoa, the 5 tap!
Oh, he got the 5 tap, and he got the Tetris.
But I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can recover this. He's got to get to 1.7, and he's not going to get the rollover. So Scuti is good for game number 2. We're tied at 1. And while that was all happening, we got a $69.09 contribution. Hey now, from K9 watching Tetris saying, "Go Andy, go." That puts us up to 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go ahead and count them down for game number 3.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Here we go. The 19 start. We're underway.
And somebody once said what was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3. Whoever that philosopher was, your quote has made it to CTL.
Yeah, sadly. even though it's not accurate.
Womp womp.
What was once a best of 5 was never a best of 5. It's a first to 3.
Yeah,
that is just 1 to 1.
I'll accept that. Or you know, we can go down we can go down this path that I went down with Omen or in the Fast Lane finals. It used to be a best of 5. It still is, but it used to be 2.
But it's not a best of 5. If there's a tie, you have to play another game.
Yeah, no, we got a point here, and
I mean that happened in Masters just a couple months ago. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Both players topped out at like 13 lines with the identical score.
No.
Yep. I know Tetris time was involved. I don't remember who his opponent was though.
Okay, funny you mention that. I am going to tell a story. If you're at KC, you know what was up. This was a silver bracket DAS semifinals. Tetris time topped out. He was topped out at like 320,000, and he was playing me. So yeah, I was playing Tetris time in the silver semifinals, and I was chasing down. Next thing I know, I see Tetris time's mouth get really big, and I look. The scores are tied. We'd actually tied. So what do? I unleash my inner Harry Hong, push down. Final score 320. It was like 320,100 for Tetris time. 320,104 for me.
That's pretty good. 283 for Scuti, 234 for Pixelandy. I've seen people do that on like deathmatch before.
Oh yeah. Nope, I definitely did it for the memes, and then I proceeded to have a massive choke in game number 4. I had Tetris time on the ropes, and then I threw it away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scuti high here. 20-piece drought as well.
Yeah.
But he's managing it really well.
Gets a Tetris halfway to transition, about a 660k transition pace for Blue Scuti, and hey, now on the board for Pixelandy, he's looking at about a 500 and 530k pace into level 20 transition.
Another Tetris as Scuti has developed a little bit of a lead.
All right, and in the chat, Cox Danny J mentioning that he beat Gilded Lizard by 2 points once.
As one does.
Oh yeah. And actually, Gilded Lizard is in my TNP Silver division. MathWiz has dubbed it the Celebrity Division. So when we get a moment to breathe, I'll let you know who is on that stacked Silver Division 77 roster.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Oh yeah. All right.
So both players running into a little bit of traffic. Andy gets out of it first. Scuti having to open up that column 2 and gets that done. So resetting things a bit, it's pretty neck and neck, even though it's a 50,000 point lead. Andy is behind by 9 lines.
Yeah, so you in essence, yeah, you are right. Neck and neck is the word, and we did settle that argument. Neck and neck is one word.
Oh, it's one word, yes.
Yeah. Don't add me on that one. All right. But yeah. We're about 15 lines on Scuti side away from the transition, about 25 away on Pixelandy side. So again, Scuti playing in the future as one does. They're both clean, they're both Tetris ready. Pixelandy gets the Tetris first. Scuti waiting for the long bar.
All right, we'll check the scores at 130 lines. This would normally be transition if we were playing on an 18 start. That is a 553 for Scuti. A little bit lower than game 1.
Yeah, I mean, how dare you just barely getting a 602k? What do you think this is, TNP? Right, Andy's still on the way to transition. He's got some lines to get still. He can get one more Tetris before, and he would also have a 600k transition. There we go. And guess what, folks? Neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Although I do think Andy has the lead at the moment. Yeah, even though he's behind in score, he's way behind in lines right now.
Yeah, the pace definitely favors Pixelandy right now. So yeah, he does have what we would call the true lead, and he does have the raw score lead now. He is up by half a Tetris in terms of raw score.
Yeah, but that will change quite often, as it always does. With Scuti trying to set up on row 2 here, but just not getting anything good for that left side. Gets a Tetris, but now he's going to have to play cleanup.
So yeah, a couple gaps in the stack, or maybe he decides once he clears out to play dirty. I mean, there's all sorts of strategies he can take here. Again, still a very close game, so whatever Scuti does, we'll have to stick around and find out. And it looked like he wanted to set up dirty, but the pieces had other plans, or never mind, I spoke too soon.
There you go. Dirty Tetris for Scuti as we get the next slide for Andy. He's ahead by 12,000 points, but behind in lines. So still pretty close.
Yeah, Scuti gets the delayed Vits. A nice burn there by Pixelandy, and he is just about Tetris ready. But Scuti's got to hang.
Scuti needs a bar, and he's not going to get it. He's going to need to clean this out. Gets the 5 tap, gets a square down. And Scuti is probably going to be okay here.
Yeah, I imagine if he's wearing an Apple Watch, that heart rate probably jumped up to about 150 for a moment there.
Yeah, for a brief moment. That was a scary misdrop. Gets the bar over for the Tetris. But Andy has capitalized. He's got the lead.
He's got the lead in score and in lines.
Well,
I suppose that would be proper terminology. Would you say you have the lead in lines if you're behind? I guess it's a matter of opinion.
It's like golf.
There you go. I like the way you think.
Tetris for Scuti. He's got 907 on 27.
Yep.
Andy will get set up here, and we'll try to get 900 into 27.
Here we go. And both players Tetris ready. Pixelandy throws one down. Scuti with a nice O-tuck, and he's waiting for that long bar to arrive. There it is. Tetris for Scuti, one away from a max out.
Yeah, 980 about to hit level 29, double kill screen. Oh, but has to take the burn. And he'll go in at 985. There's the max out.
There it is. Shake your cowbells, folks. We've got a max out for both players as Andy gets one on level 28. He will probably burn into kill screen unless he decides to go for a column 8 Tetris, but he burns in at 1.03 million.
Oh, immediate misdrop there, but is set up for a Tetris. If he gets the bar, it does get the Tetris. He's now going to have to clean up those holes, but Scuti has a bigger problem on his screen. Scuti in trouble. Needs to get something left. He does!
Oh my gosh,
stay alive.
The survival from Scuti to stay alive in that play, just a thing of beauty, and he's not out of it yet.
Oh no, but nothing's going to burn on the left, and he's going to be done. Andy, with that Tetris, will take game number 3, and is 1 game away from ending the reign of terror. Number 4, let's go ahead and get them started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And here we go.
That's the image link. Deal with it. You know what? Times are tough.
Blatant Rule 6 violation. The problem is, Winter, is that Toast has a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got, hold on, we got another $67.44. K9 watching Tetris saying Andy all the way puts us up to 87654.
All right. Hey, you love to see it. Right now, if any of you have seen games done quick, SGDQ, AGDQ, K9 watching Tetris is kind of going for the Yeti strat. Hey now, Yeti here with a $10,000 donation.
Maybe not quite 10,000, but yeah.
But yeah, that's what Yeti would do, sprinkling in donations throughout the whole marathon. They're like, oh, it's another donation from the Yeti, and it's $10,000.
Hooray! But yeah, talking about this this match here real quick. Andy is up 2-1, and Scuti, of course, a game away from being runner up, but. Do you remember what happened last season?
I do not. Do go on and tell us more, Roncli.
So Scuti was down 2-0 in the finals.
Uh-oh.
And I think his grandfather was in chat, said something to the effect of, "It's okay, Scuti, we'll still get ice cream afterwards." And Scuti in chat types, "I'm not done yet," and proceeds to reverse sweep into his 5th championship. But we'll see what he's able to do against Andy, as he's got a 100% Tetris rate through 40 lines, 44 now.
Yeah, I have checked, and you cannot get a better Tetris rate than 100%.
No, well, I mean, you can get a score that's better than 100%, but
yeah, but that would require some chicanery of the console and
the pushdown points.
That too.
Yeah. Perfect run's going to end at 12 in a row for Scuti. In another Tetris, though, to keep the percentage at a ridiculous 98.
Yeah, I mean, 98% Tetris rate, still absolutely amazing. I mean, Dengler might have a thing or two to say about that, but Dengler's not here now, is he?
Well, Dengler is also busy winning a live event, so...
I guess we'll give him a pass.
Yes. And honestly, Dengler winning that regional is probably the shot in the arm he needed, because he had a rough CTL season.
Oh yeah, nope. Good to see him get that one, and yeah, I was watching that live. Great tournament. So make sure you check that out, both on Twitch and YouTube when it gets uploaded. Absolutely,
and I'm sure he'll be back in Division 1 in no time. This was just a brutal season. But right now, this is a brutal pace for Scuti right now. 392 to 352 for Andy. That's not bad.
I mean, yeah, Scuti's on a 700,000 transition pace, which is absolutely bonkers.
To do this when your tournament life is on the line as well, that's something. Tetris for Scuti.
I know. I mean, internally, but based on the way he's playing, Scuti probably says, "I've got Andy right where I want him."
I don't know if that's true. I don't think Scuti wants to be down 2-1.
No, I don't. It is true. You never want to be down 2-1.
But yeah. Alex in chat says, quote, "I'll go Scuti hair color if Andy wins." We're going to hold you to that.
Oh, yeah. And also a question in the chat asking when the remaining videos for the CTL Season 29 will be up. And that question was answered in the chat. Thanks to Kingsman letting us know that Peak did get a new laptop, so he is ready to keep working on videos. So there will be more CTL content.
553 for Scuti at 100 lines. What the heck? This is wild.
It's mad pace out of Scuti, and he gets another Tetris, and he's ready for another one. I mean, this is one heck of a level 18 showing by Blue Scuti. I mean, what a flex! 600,000, and he's at 112 lines.
Ridiculous. This is still within 700 pace, and he's just getting all the bars he needs.
I mean, he can get 3 more Tetrises, and I believe that would put him over the 700K threshold. So we'll see. We are on transition watch especially for Scuti, but also for Pixelandy. I mean, it's wild that you can say, hey, Pixelandy's at about a 600,000 heading into line 120, and he's the second banana in this one.
Yeah, pretty much. Scuti gonna not hit the 700, but you know what? I don't think he cares because he's got a 693 and a lead to show for it.
Now on top of it. So a Hey Now transition is a consolation prize.
Tyler calling for the 2.1 this game.
Yep. And Pixelandy, he's got 3 more lines to give. He can get a Tetris before the transition, just needs the long bar. He's got 1 more burn he can get if he wants it, but just playing Where's Waldo long bar edition. There it is, Tetris for Pixelandy, 674K. So both players putting up insane transition scores, making their way to the kill screen now.
Yep. And again, Andy is building up a bank of lines that he can use to score points that Scuti does not have the chance to, because Scuti playing higher on the board, getting the lines progress faster.
And it's kind of been a recurring theme here is that we've been saying the whole time that Scuti's been ahead in the line count for various reasons. So Pixelandy not unfamiliar with the situation at hand. Yep.
And of course, one of the big things about Andy doing what he does with Das, he's a world-class roller, but he's one of the few world-class rollers with a world-class backup play style.
Yeah, and for those of you keeping score at home, Blue Scuti is on a 1.35 million pace for kill screen.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's going to be a D on the screen before level 29. And not to be outdone, Pixelandy is on a 1.30 million kill screen pace.
Yeah, these two are just putting down the points. And look at this. Scuti waiting on a bar here. We are hitting a drought. He's going to get the max out on level 24.
Wow. Yeah, shake your cowbells in the chat. Max out for Blue Scuti. Pixelandy not too far behind, so keep him close hand because Pixelandy's not too far away.
Yeah, this game is shaping up to be high scoring. Another Tetris for Scuti, 1.1 into 26.
And not just that, the score lead, he's up by 200,000 points while making 180 over Pixelandy. So just massive score right now for Blue Scuti.
Scuti going all in on those Vits, but not getting a bar, getting some nice burns. He is surviving the drought, will get the Vits.
Yep, gets the delayed Vits, gets the Tetris.
Max out for Andy.
Yep, there you go. 1.041 for Andy. He's on level 26, so sitting at about 8 to 10 lines behind Scuti. And we'll see. Yeah,
Scuti playing very high there.
Yeah, little dangerous. I mean, for someone like me and us mere mortal Tetris players, that is scary. But for these guys, it's nothing.
This is mid 1.3 into 29 if he gets these last 2 Tetrises. No, he's not going to though.
He can get 1 more, and there it is.
Yeah.
1.31 kill screen.
13-13 into transition for Scuti. There we go.
Yeah. And I mean, as a commentator, what more can you say? I mean, you let the game speak for itself. I'm practically speechless over here as he gets a 1.3 into kill screen, and Andy's gonna, with the Tetris, he'll get a 1.2.
Andy will get, yeah, 1.2. Normally pretty good, but he's down by over 100,000 points at transition. Scuti, though, had a very costly triple flip a couple levels ago and has been digging ever since.
Yeah, imagine getting a 1.2 million into kill screen and the reaction is, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, Andy, missed drop of the T. This could be trouble.
But no,
and he's going to miss a 4 tap left, and he's going to be done in 1,244,000. You know what this means?
It means we have a decider on our hands, and we need more points.
Yes. Tetris for Scuti.
Yep, and he is still going. Let's see just what Scuti can do with this. He's at 1.5 million on to level 34. He's got just under 50 lines to kill screen, and I mean, if you're liking play like this, the Matcherino is right over there, and he tops out just short of a rollover.
Just short of a rollover. But my God, if that game didn't feel like a man on a mission, I don't know what does. That was just Scuti making a statement. Just pace, grounding Pixelandy, just grinding Pixelandy into the ground, essentially. That was a world-class game from Scuti, but he needs to do it again because we're going to a decider.
Okay, so the players have received the script, tie game 5, get more Matcherino donations.
Get more points. Here we go. Both players are ready. Let's count them down. Who's going to take season number 30 between Pixelandy and Blue Scuti? Go ahead, count them down.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris, and Anjing, I guess, technically makes a point that this could be considered game 6 because of the reset.
Yeah.
So you decide.
That's fair, because when we had Eyeball and Sodium, that went to a game 8. Give you an idea how that went, yeah.
Well, I stand corrected. It's about time. I've been wrong like 9 times in my life before.
Well, these players are going to need to avoid doing wrong in this game because they're out of time. They have to win this.
And RNG is not being friendly. That's about a what, 24, 25 piece drop that we're seeing on both screens.
Both players surviving though.
Yeah, Scuti is kind of up high. I'm sure internally he's like, this is fine. He's gonna get it down, but it's gonna give Andy a chance to put together a bit of a lead early.
You say that. I did not like the body language I saw on Scuti there. He's gonna get a Tetris, so he's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so little relief there. Maybe some game 5 tension coming into play there. You never know.
But he's got it down. He should be all right now. He's gonna take the Tetris rather than fill in the dependency, which is perfectly valid.
Oh, absolutely. And Pixelandy looking clean. He's going to get the Tetris to take the lead. Yep, and I was hyper tapping the right key as much as I could to get that slideshow to show the Tetris for Pixelandy. You're welcome.
Pre-recorded. Tetris for Scuti. No, we only do that in wars.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, where's Grand Designs when you need them?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shout outs to Grand Designs. Anyway,
I can't wait to see him this coming weekend.
Oh, that's right. I believe that Cleveland tournament is somewhat local for him. I could be wrong though. Yeah,
it's pretty close for him. It's local for Colin. It's not local for me. I'm flying across the country to go, but
oh man,
it's like to give you an idea of why I'm able to do it. Going to CTW in Cleveland.
Yeah.
The flight, the hotel, and basically all the food and board that I do costs less than just the hotel for CTWC.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
Bonkers.
wild.
Bonkers.
Yeah. Now, Scuti is coming up to halfway to transition, so once he gets there, I'll give a 19 pace update, and there he is, looking at about a 600,000 transition is Scuti, maybe a little more than that. Pixelandy, I would say he's probably looking at about a 540,000 transition.
Yeah, both players, they're fairly close. It's within a couple Tetrises, but we are getting an internet slideshow from Andy. Can you tap that right key harder, please?
I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best here, but I am not Mark Meyer. I think my hyper tapping is maybe 10 hertz at best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as far as my tournament schedule, I mean, Mini D was local for me. I made the road trip to Kansas City. That was about 6 hours. Not too bad. I'm on the fence about doing Jonas Cup. I want to, but I also am kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to go if I'm probably not going to qualify because I saw the cutoff scores from last year, and all I'd have to do is get a PB to qualify. So, no big deal. Yeah, no, maybe what I'll do is I'll try and butter Kingsman and Vince up and let them know that, hey, you guys could do a silver bracket.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Problem is that would mean you'd probably have to help run it.
Which I'm not entirely against. I'm not a high quality tournament runner like Omen was in Kansas City. Shout outs to Omen for being an absolute beast. But I mean, if they need someone to do comms or do whatever, but yeah, it all depends on their resources and what they have.
Well, let's check on the scores here. 520 for Scuti, 456 for Andy. So Scuti has come out to a bit of a lead and is really going to put some pressure on Andy to be more efficient on the 19 speeds.
All right, so yeah, we are nearing that level 19 transition. Both players over 500,000, but Scuti at that 567, so he is flirting with the 600K transition. Andy, I mean, with max Tetris, max efficiency, he could be doing the same, but more likely that Scuti will get there than Andy in this crucial game number 5.
Oh, that's a bit of a misdrop there for Andy. He's gonna clean it up, but...
Yeah, I mean, if I would have been tapping right harder, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
No, but right now, Scuti going to transition into level 19. 637,000 points is the score for Scuti. Just another just insanely wild transition as he gets a dirty column side of Tetris.
And Scuti looking to get it done in Game 5 yet again.
Yep. Meanwhile, Pixelandy just waiting for that long bar transition. There it is, and he's going to go into level 19, 598,000. So great scores out of both.
Yep, and Andy having something to say about this. He's not going to give up that easily, and with this board for Scuti, this could be an opening for Andy to bring this back.
No, absolutely. This is far from over. A lot of Tetris to be played, and Scuti currently up by a few Tetrises. Again, just due to various factors, Scuti ahead in the line count by about 8 or so lines, and doing some nice burning to keep the stack alive.
Yeah, but this is just letting Andy get back in the game. Andy is behind in lines and now has the pace lead. Not the real-time lead yet, but...
Yeah, Andy kind of alternating between playing on a level 11 speed and playing on level 41 speed.
All right, so Scuti finally able to get this down. Just needs a piece for the right. He's not getting it.
Yeah, and we're mentioning that Andy's capture sometimes slows down. We got to ask real questions. Didn't those two Dog and Andy just get some new capture cards on top of it?
Oh, this is internet, a capture card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was saying something about the capture slows down, so I assumed they were implying capture card, but
yeah. Yeah, typically
but,
when you see issues like that in NTC, that is internet, not capture card.
Got it. Yeah, I'm still fairly new to the NTC universe.
Interesting setup here for Scuti. That's only a single, but this is allowing Andy to take a bigger and bigger lead here.
Yeah, it's about a 2 Tetris advantage, as Scuti is 1 burn away from getting that well open, and he's gonna not get it open. Now he is. Let's see if he can get a Tetris out of it. Scuti
in trouble here. And we have a drought going as well. He got a good base going, so he's gonna be able to get this down. Yeah, but Andy has taken a 100,000 point lead.
Yeah, and Scuti doesn't have the runway that Andy does. He's playing with some Swiss cheese in his stack. He's on level 27. He's down 100,000 points. So I mean, this might almost be do or die time for Scuti. What does he have left in him? How much deeper can he dig to make it back 6 back?
Well, max out for Andy.
Max out for Andy. A dirty column 4 Tetris for Scuti on top of it. Goes into kill screen at 930,000. And let's see what happens as Scuti attempts to go for his 6th in a row CTL championship. Pixelandy doing everything in his power to prevent that from happening.
Level 29 Scuti. I feel like his expression changed when 29 hit. His focus is at peak form right now. Let's see if he can bring that to a comeback, or will Andy interrupt the reign of terror with a win of his own?
Yep, and this means you have precious seconds left to get your contributions into the match arena. There's not much time left in this match, and we want 1,000 in the match arena. Let's make it happen, chat.
1,198,000 for Andy, 1,048,000 for Scuti. The difference is 16 lines.
Yeah, I mean, there is time left, but Scuti is probably going to need something to happen to Andy, whether it's a burn situation or a top out, because I think at the way Andy is playing, Scuti is going to be in trouble if Andy continues at this pace.
Scuti, oh my god, this is not a setup. Oh, Scuti, no. And that's probably... Oh, hold on.
Oh, no, he is still going.
He's not dead yet.
Yeah.
He's got something left, though, and he can't get the double flip. And that's going to do it. The reign of terror has ended. Pixelandy is your CTL Season 30 champion.
And just what an effort. He took everything Blue Scuti had to offer and more, absolutely earned it, and just traded blow for blow with Scuti throughout the duration of that match to dethrone the final boss of CTL.
There you go. You can see Andy now realizing it. He's excited. And he is playing this out. He's got a 1.4 on 35.
Yeah, let's see if he can get the rollover on this. Gets another Tetris, 1.467. He's got under 30 lines, but with the right pieces, he could get a rollover out of this before all is said and done.
If the stream catches up.
Yep. Here we go.
Well, center well. Okay. There we go. Center well.
There we go. Another. Yep. DJ Khaled. Another one. All right.
And level 38 just needs a bar.
Yeah. He can. Yep. He's got room for a couple more Tetris. There is the rollover, and a little known fact: Pixelandy has expanded his lead on Scuti to 11 Tetrises now.
And Andy is good. He is going to be your winner. There you go. Let's go ahead and zoom in on him.
There we go. WinRAR is you, Pixelandy.
Wow. For the first time in 6 seasons, we have a new CTL champion, Andy. Andy, you want to get a mic and come yap at us a bit? Let me get you right side.
Yeah.
Let's do this too. Andy, congratulations.
Thank you.
I believe this is your 4th CTL title?
Yeah, it actually is 4. Wait, that's kind of good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it's number 2 all time at this point. And you had to take down a mammoth streak with Scuti getting the last 5. And that last match was definitely entertaining. Talk to me about these level selections. How did that come about?
100%. I mean, there were multiple ways that I got. There were multiple ways that I got into Scuti's head in this match, and which is probably the main reason why I won. And one of them was definitely the level selection. Like, he even at one point requested to do 15, bro. Like, he doesn't do that against anyone else, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's just the way that I'm running it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just destined to win. It's a lot of stuff that comes into play, but yeah, definitely level select was one of the main things that helped me win.
There you go. And Scuti's like LMAO.
Yeah.
But yeah, the level selection actually from our standpoint, it didn't seem to make a whole lot of difference. because most of it was on the post transition to 19 and into 29, obviously. But obviously you've been out for a while, and you've taken on a bit of a different play style. Can you talk us about what you've done?
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you watch CTM, then you know about my knuckling strategy already, like any of my streams. But if you don't, if you only watch CTL, then basically, I used to finger roll like everybody else, right? Like just like rolling the controller with my fingers normally. But unfortunately, just like the tendons and stuff, it kind of so happened that I was just playing a lot, and then I literally just can't. I just can't roll anymore. Like even right now, I still can't roll normally, right? So I started using knuckle rolling, which is basically using your knuckles to roll the controller instead of your fingers. Okay, and why? Okay, I think the reason why this is so hard, and like like Matt Martin or whatever, or like other people who have tried knuckling, haven't really been able to get it. I think it's just because it's really, really difficult to get it precise. You know what I'm saying? Because like your knuckles are so close to each other. Like what? Like there's barely any room. Like with your fingers, you can spread them all out. They could be like 3 inches apart or whatever. But your knuckles are always going to be like 2 centimeters away from each other. So it's really just, it's the art of trying to be precise, especially for like taps like midway through the board. But one of the things I have noticed for knuckling is that the taps all the way over to the left and right are like a lot easier to get. But yeah, that's just something that I've pioneered knuckling for the elite players, and hopefully we get some more people on the knuckling train. Yeah,
that is very interesting. Now, of course, out of curiosity, how much dassing did you do in that final?
That's a good question. I think I dassed in the game 2, the first level 18, and then a little bit of game 4 and that level 18. And I lost both of them, so I mean, obviously, I lost them on purpose, but like
Scripted,
I lost
yes.
both of them. And then in the game 5 game where Scuti, he shouldn't have picked 18. Scuti was like, "Oh, I beat this guy in 18, so clearly he's bad." But no, I was sandbagging, right? So like we go to game 5, and then I used rolling the entire time on game 5. But yeah, to answer your question, I did dash a little bit on 18 for game 2 and game 4.
Yeah, that's nice to be able to fall back to a play style, and obviously with you being one of the, we'll just say it, one of the best dash players of all time. Having that world class play style in your back pocket is always helpful to keep.
Yeah, it definitely does help me.
Keep resting.
It helps me with stamina as well.
Nice.
It helps me with stamina as well for sure. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I do. Also, it kind of helps me practice dash as well, which is also a weird side effect of it, but like it's cool too.
That's nice. And of course, one other thing, we talked about how earlier this season that you had taken on Blue Scuti in the regular season, and Scuti swept you 3-0. Did that play into the back of your mind when you came into this match at all?
Well, okay, actually for real though, like in that one versus Scuti, I definitely was not playing as good. Like I think I did not make like a level 30 or something. Wait, or something like that. But yeah, I just wasn't playing well. So I knew that it wasn't like my peak performance. So going into this one, I didn't really have like, I wasn't like, I lost to Scuti, so I'm gonna lose him again or anything. But I just knew that I played worse, but I was definitely on it today. So I don't think that affected me that much.
Nice. And one last question before I turn it over to Toast here. You had oh, wait, never mind. Toast, did you have anything that you wanted to add? Sorry.
Okay, so what I'll go into is this year you've kind of been on a tear as it comes to tournaments. I mean, just I know you know your accolades, but for those who don't, just this year, Andy is January DAS Master Champion, top 16 at CTWC, CTWC DAS runner-up, May DAS Masters runner-up, finalist in August CTM, June DAS and CTM champion, and August DAS Master Champion. Is there something in either internally or in your play that has changed, or is there anything that you've done different that has just caused you to go on just a massive run of excellence this year?
That is a very good question. I think okay, one of the things is that it's kind of strange, but like I think me kind of, I couldn't roll anymore, and I was just, I was just at a low. I couldn't do any movements. I couldn't play rolling anymore, right? I think the fact that I got injured and I had to switch over to Daz is now finally coming back, and I think it's helped me a lot with being able to play competition a lot better than what I used to. And I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into that. It's kind of hard to pinpoint one, which is I think another reason why it's so hard to like break into like the top level players, because it's kind of hard to like pinpoint exactly what it is. But I think whenever I was playing Das and I was kind of crushing it, I was like, wow, I'm like playing really well, and like I kind of got the feeling of what it's like to go on a rampage and like be a dominant force in a way that I really wasn't able to do before. And somehow, I think that that's translated over to my rolling play, and I think it's helped me like stay focused in games where maybe before I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes absolute sense to me. I mean, I can see where you're coming from in that regard. I'm sure there are players here, whether they're players in the chat or just people watching, that can relate to what you're saying as well. So having said all that, I mean, you've had this great run this year, but we always want to keep looking forward. So, do you have any goals Tetris wise for the rest of the year, and I guess the rest of the tournament season?
I mean, I've already uh I've already got my master's win for this year, which I really was not expecting to be so early. But I got that already, and so like CTM, I got a CTL. Um, and for the rest of this year, there's not a lot of tournaments. It's just like CTM, maybe another CTL season if it happens like close to this point. So honestly, it's kind of for the rest of this year, it is kind of just DAS. So when do you, no, it is kind of just DAS. So I'm definitely gonna be practicing up DAS. I mean, I want to still stay on top, in top form for rolling. That's definitely something I want to keep doing. I think this knuckling is, I don't know, it's it like it's kind of astounding, but it's also like it's like a revelation for me and my play, and hopefully we get some people on the knuckling train. I know a few people who are practicing knuckling,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
but I'm not gonna say who it is. But I know a few people who are practicing knuckling.
I've
So
heard I've heard some people call it rocking.
Oh,
I don't endorse that.
I mean, rocking
It's
and
knuckle
rolling.
rolling.
I see where you're going, Roncli. I like
No,
it.
no, it wasn't me that said that. Was it? I forget who it was. Someone on CTW was playing mentioned that they were practicing rocking. I'm like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's just knuckling. I'm like, oh,
I
okay.
personally, yeah, I call it knuckling. It's knuckle rolling. I
Hecate, thank
guess
you. Threes
Okay.
if
remembers.
some people are making offshoots of knuckle rolling, I guess that makes sense. What I do is knuckle rolling, but if they do something else, then I guess they can call it whatever they want. Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, for the rest of this year, should just be more playing. It's kind of gonna calm down for a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe no cap November is gonna happen. I have no idea how knuckling will fare in that
Uh-oh.
circumstance. I've never tried to line out with knuckling ever. I think my PB with knuckling is like 200 lines on 29. Because I've just never tried. I've only been playing for competition, but I said I was gonna start playing for like lining out attempts a little bit if No Cap November happened or if Scout releases the rebirth video. So No Cap November might be happening, so that would probably happen first, but Scout does that as well. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how knuckling will will fare in that atmosphere.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Well, best of luck to you as you continue your tournament endeavors. Who knows? Maybe we see you at Jonas Cup. If not, again, best of luck as you continue to work on your knuckle rolling journey and your continued tournament competitions. And I'll throw it back over to Roncli.
Absolutely. And Andy, thank you again for joining, and definitely good luck. And it's good to see Andy back. I know you've been playing a lot of DAS, but seeing you at full power again. You've now taken a CTM Masters, you've taken a CTL season. It definitely feels like Andy is back, and best of luck to you in season 31.
Yeah, thank you. Also, shout outs to everyone at CTL for scheduling this. There's been like some scheduling issues and everything. Like NTC, but also like scheduling. I think me and SV had to schedule 5 times.
Oh my
Not
god!
my fault. It kind of just happened. Okay, I'm not trying to like. No, like it's fine though. Like, but yeah, 5 times is kind of crazy. I think that's a PB.
Yeah, it was pretty insane how that kept happening. But
yeah, but shout out to the commentators, of course, you and Toast, and everyone else who's been commentating me. Shout outs to K9 for really pushing that prize pool at the end of the day. Shout out K9. And also everyone else who donated as well. I haven't looked, but thank you to everyone who donated as well. And shout out to Scuti for being a good opponent in the finals.
And, if we get to see that matchup a few more times, I will not be upset.
Yeah, and I think that is about it.
Absolutely, and very cool. And it was cool to see remote calibration working for the first time. I don't know if you noticed. I had
that. Are you like changing
I had to adjust
capture?
your calibration because your screen was the Minos were flashing, and I very quickly on the side I just sent a DM to Java and T and said, "This is what I see. What do you think the issue is?" He said, "You probably need to move the board," and I moved it like 2 pixels to the right, and it worked like a champ. That's all it was. So very cool. But yeah, congratulations again and best of luck. So we'll head over there. Toast, this has been awesome. Thank you for joining for the finals. I'm glad you were available to make it. So
yeah, thanks for having me.
We will definitely do this again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, take care, man.
Yep.
And that's gonna do it for the YouTube folks. We're gonna sign off here for the Twitch folks. We're headed over to Annie Shark. Until season 31, thanks again for watching. See you, bye. Hit the Tetris. And it's gonna look to go column 3 to enter 29. Is set up. And takes that column 3 Tetris. Both players with the max out. Sodium's is into 29. Andy is still on 28. And Andy with the Tetris. Still has 2 lines to go before hitting 29. Sodium has just been